Welcome to everyone for watching Jothisilambam Kshakthiriya Gurukulam. We are talking about new titles today. Today we are talking about inherited habits. Okay, how we have inherited the habits from our genetic. Okay, that is the questions and that is the answer we are going to talk about it. So in our culture is the biggest myth. Okay, that is a mythological culture. We are maybe you can say is a long periods of cultures we are followed, and then there is a lot of mythological stories in the culture. Maybe it's not a myth, maybe it's a moral stories, because even the mythological stories there is a lot of morals inside. Okay, so in our culture there is a lot of things we have to learn through it, because we now in modern disease we say we all called inherited disease. What we have inherited disease means we have inherited also the good things. Okay, not only the negative things, also the positive things. Nobody will talk about the inherited positive things. Okay, what we talk about today, we inherited habits. What are the habits you inherited from your genetic body? So my grandfather is a good warrior, so I inherited the warrior blood, but I'm not a warrior, but I inherited the characters of the blood, but I'm not trained as a warrior, but my character is a warrior. So if I'm physically, I always tell you, if warrior is not as a born, warrior is a practice. Okay, then if your characters is a warrior, then you practice the warrior arts, then you definitely understanding the warrior science through your practice. Okay, warriors are Shaktiyas are made, not born. Okay, the characters are born. Okay, born and inherited. Okay, that's the things we are talking about. There is a different 64 types of characters of our human body. Okay, that's a Shiva's myth. They're telling 64 types of characters we inherited from the gods, mans, humans, everything. Always we tell him we are giving is a god's characters, stopping is a human characters. Okay, don't give him, it's a human characters. Giving is a god's characters. Okay, that's that reason we are always talking about charity, always giving a charity to the people, because we want to help as a good nature, good character. You know, that's why in Tamil called egai. You know, you have to help. Okay, first you want to know aram and egai. Egai, aram is one of the important things to help for the people. Okay, in first word of our alphabet Aatichudi, aram seiya virumbe. Okay, aram seiya virumbe, it's a helping to the people. Okay, that's the first word we are learning from the childhood. So in that cases, inherited habits is following our genetic roots. There is 64 characters who is following everyone. Maybe our father was a warrior. We are inherited the warrior characters, not the art. The art we need a masters. We are the gurus. We are go and learn the arts from the gurus. Then the characters will merge together. Then it will be a more helpful warrior you are. Okay. So that is the reason we are talking about. That's I teach and how I realize this inherited habits. I teach I practice with his grandfather and teach with his son and teach from his grandchildren and his son. Father and son I teach, but there is some same characters, same movements, same things. Exactly the same things he learned, but they are not known each other. But I found it myself, oh my God, his father is exactly do the same thing, his son is exactly do the same thing. So that means he's not learned, you come with it, inherited with it. So that is the characters mold the people. Okay, so the father was same characters, the son also have the same characters, because that means his genetic roots follows of the characters roots. They can learn from the grandchildren and follow the son to son, grandchildren, great grandchildren, that like this following the roots. So that is characters follow through the genetic forms. Okay, that's in blood forms they followed. My grandfather and what he does, my father will does. My father what he will does, I will do the same thing I do. But they don't know. They know evidence of proved evidence to someone proved it. But the gurus can understand. That is evidence. The gurus are evidence. That is what we are talking about. So the characters, what the characters we are in warrior characters we are right now, we are learning the characters how to good, be positive and be negative. My grandfather is more angry. My father is more fun. and I am also more fun, or maybe angry. So you mold on it in a good positive side of the characters. But even your grandfather angry, you don't need to be angry. If your grandfather is inherited, is a character, you don't need to follow the same characters, but you understand the characters and mold on it. That's your learning, new learning of the inherited habits will be molded on a good positive side. Even the negative side, if you mold on your positive side, that you will understand yourself to mold it. Without understanding, you can't mold on it. So that is the way we are talking about it. Inherited habits, not only the disease are inherited, habits also inherited. You have to focus on it and watch it, vision it, and then you feel it after later stages. You will feel it. That's why the grandparents will love the grandchildren, because the son is the same characters of the grandchildren. So why the grandchildren and grandfathers have so two deep level relationship started? My son, exactly they see the son through the grandchildren. Okay, that is the relationship will be passed through the characters. So the characters also can mold it in a positive or good way through your understanding level. Okay, you have any doubts, we can talk about it. So this is a title we called as Inherited Habits. People who have find out and write about it. Thank you so much.